Shaky breaths echoed inside the darkish room. With every inhale and exhale, the silence of the walls was shattered, and an eerie feel of unease appeared to permeate the room. There became no need to look for a cause to experience that something became amiss in this house. The silence itself was a harbinger of evil. The red sky had draped the nighttime with a deep pink veil. The roar of the wind, the rustling of the leaves, all regarded like a warning, a call of fear. Yet, Alice, dismissing those warnings, set out on her journey. The determination in her eyes had led her closer to a mysterious residence. The door of the residence became vintage, held with the aid of rusty hinges. As Alice stepped internal, darkness hung within the air, wrapping round her like a snake. From the very first step, the shadows regarded to stir. The creaking sounds from the walls created an atmosphere as though the very population of the house stated their presence. With decided steps, Alice proceeded down the corridor. With every step, abnormal sounds emanating from the rooms clawed at her ears. The rustling from in the back of a door evoked a sense as though a person was hiding there. Yet, not able to restrain herself, Alice endured forward. Upon coming into a room, her breath caught in her throat. In the center of the room, there was a bird in a rusty cage. Its wings torn, feathers scattered, the chook became toward Alice with a chilling gaze. In its eyes lay a awareness and sorrow past human comprehension. The gaze of the chook penetrated Alice to her very bones. As the chicken rustled, a shadow emerged from the alternative nook of the room. Alice, her heart pounding, became in the direction of it. Slowly rising from the darkness, there stood a lady, clad in light pores and skin, sporting a dwindled get-dressed. Her face obscured in the back of a dark mask, but her eyes glinted inside the darkness. "Who's there?" Alice asked, her voice trembling. But the lady supplied no reaction. She really approached slowly, her steps silent, yet her presence palpable in the room. Alice took a step lower back, however something held her in area. A wall, as though clinging to her skirt, seemed to drag her in. As her trembling hands touched the wall, she felt a chilly touch. The wall seemed to come alive, pulling Alice towards it. The girl slowly prolonged her hand and removed her masks. Her face bore deep cracks, decaying flesh, and a wet darkness. Alice recoiled in horror, but the lady's fingers reached out toward her. Her arms had been bony and bloodless, burning Alice's pores and skin. "I've been anticipating you," the woman whispered, her voice filled with a chilling rasp. "It's time for us to be collectively." As Alice vanished into the darkness, her scream echoed with no end in sight. The silence of the residence prevailed once again, but this time, it held no "that means," because Alice had become the prisoner of that dark entity all the time.